Hello, everyone, and welcome to Word Contemplation for today. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I want to read to you John chapter 6 from verse 15, just one verse. I'm kind of thinking about this verse, and it's been a deep source of contemplation for me. When Jesus therefore perceived, John 6, verse 15, when Jesus therefore perceived that they would come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed again into a mountain himself alone. They wanted to take him by force and make him a king. And he started thinking, so he perceived that, hey, uh, these guys want to make me a king against my wish. That's the use of the word by force. I don't want to be a king, and you guys want to make me a king. The question is why. So let's go back a few verses. Jesus just fed 5,000 people with resource from a boy which had 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and they ate. And the Bible recorded that there were 12 baskets full of leftovers. So this miracle, they partook of it. They ate the food. There were leftovers. And these men started thinking in their heart, if we make this guy a king, maybe we won't have a problem anymore. Maybe our essential needs of food and clothing and all of those things will be met miraculously, because this guy has proven to be a king that would um, um, solve our problems, to meet our needs. It's important to know here that uh, based on people's expectation of you, they can put you in a position that is totally against your primary calling or what you're wired to do. Jesus was wired for a different purpose. But the people here wanted to force on him a different purpose. They wanted to force on him a different calling. They wanted to give him a different line of pursuit. This is important to know, because let's start from the house of God. This happens a lot where deaconess or being a deacon or being an elder or being a pastor is being pushed on people um, when that is not what they're wired to do. Uh, some people have been made or put in a position of leadership in the church just because they're wealthy. This is not right, right? This is something we need to think about. Um, but my concern is with the person who they want to force a position on, right? You have a choice to accept or reject. Look at Jesus here. He rejected in a way that sets up a model for a lot of us, right? The Bible says he he departed, not just departing. The Bible says he departed again into a mountain himself alone. And we all know what Jesus did on the mountain, right? We know he's not just going to have a siesta or going to have a summer break there. He's usually going there to seek the face of God, to pray. So let me say here that when you discover that you're being forced or you're being pushed into a position that you do not want to accept, and that you know, and you see, the temptation here is Jesus could have said, wow, king, huh? Being a king is comes with a lot of benefit. A lot of people are bowing down to you. people are honoring you and things like that. You're being called to to lead out in things. You're being called to give judgments and things like that. But it's beyond that. All of those are temptations of it. Take up this leadership role in the church. Man, you sit in the front row and people see you and all of that. So it comes with a lot of temptation, right? To say, oh, well, this gives me some kind of exposure. But but you have a myopic mind if you sell your primary calling for temporary gain. You see, those positions will not last forever, right? Either by death or by sickness, those positions will be taken away from you, right? And then you would face the ultimate reason. The person who framed you, who crafted you, who wired you for a position here on earth. And he will ask you, what have you done with what I gave to you? What did you do with what I gave to you? And then you would say to the person who made you and say, Father, I'm sorry, I was deranged. Um, I was distracted. I got carried away and I took the position of a king. You see, distractions and temptation are so strong. Jesus was God here in human flesh. He could say, well, I will take it, but I'm God. I have authority. I could do something. But he fled. So one key thing that can help you is to flee, right? Um, don't be carried away. Flee. Don't let it take you. Best tell them, let me go pray about it. Let me go think about it. And then, you know, in your place of work too, right? Just because you have to be careful when it comes to the place of work though. Um, you are wired to perform best in some roles, right? And we don't really care in a place of work because we earn. So there's an end to all of these things. So why would I bother? My salary will increase and all of those. So why would I bother? The instruction here is this: when you perform in your place, in your space, and what I mean by your space is you have the requisite capacities, knowledge, skill set to operate effortlessly in those spaces. It becomes easier for more impact, right? You impact more. You reach more people. You bring more value to your organization, and you bring more. And you're doing so. You're healthy. You're doing so. You're happy. You're fulfilled, and so on and so forth. I know you have questions, and word contemplation is not the platform to do that. We will have discussions in House of Greater Glory based on all of these issues. But what I wanted to contemplate today about is understanding that you have a wired position, a wired place that you're wired for, and not be get carried away by the seductions of men. Um, Hope you have a wonderful day. And as you contemplate on this, I pray that God will give you deeper understanding, uh, deeper insight from His Word. Stay blessed always.